Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to make this bouquet of calla lilies and roses. And I'm actually using flowers that I got at Hobby Lobby. And they have a selection in their wedding department called His and Hers. And they've got what I like to call a short and nubby flower section. So I think these are catered more towards making boutonnieres and corsages. They have a very short stem on them. But I love the way they look. The calla lilies even have a real feel to them. So I thought I'd put together a bouquet using these flowers. Since the stems are so short, it's very hard to do a hand-tied bouquet. So I'm just going to take a moment to show you how I'm going to make them longer. And I always talk about prepping the flowers before putting together the bouquets. And I always just kind of say in passing how I do it. I'm trying to show a little bit more in detailed, well, I guess a little bit slower. So of course I have my wax floral tape, and I'll start with the calla lily as soon as I finish this rose here. So basically I'm taking a medium gauge wire. I'm putting two of them together because I kind of want it to be a little bit thicker, so it makes the handle of the bouquet thicker. So I'm taking two of the long full-size medium gauge wires, folding it in half so I kind of make like a little hairpin or U shape to it. And then I'm just gonna almost lasso that stem. Well, first I'm gonna remove the tag because that would just be bad. And then I'm going to kind of lasso in that stem. I'm going a little bit lower on the calla lily because it has such a beautiful stem to it already. I really don't want to hide that. So I'm just grabbing the bottom of it, and then I wrap one of the sides of the wires around both the stem and the other side of the wire. And then I just cover my mechanics with the wax floral tape. So I'll do that for the calla lilies. And then I have, of course, the roses, and then it almost looks like tufts of a green hydrangea. And those already had a longer stem on them, so I just left them the same, removed the tags. And I also have some lamb's ear. And I just need to chop that down to a little bit more bite size, I like to say, removing some leaf groupings. And I'm going to do the same thing where I elongate the stem. I'm going to use those flatter leaves at the end of the bouquet to kind of hide the underneath of the bouquet itself, so it hides all the stems and the floral tape and all that. So again, using the same technique of making that hairpin, I'll grab the stem. I think I only used one wire instead of two on these leaves because they had a shorter stem, so it's just a little bit harder to grab. I wanted it to be a little bit more flexible. All right, now that they're all prepped, I'm putting together the bouquet. This is actually my third try in trying to put it together. So there's no shame in letting go of the bouquet and starting over, especially with silk flowers because they're so resilient. These calla lilies, the stem itself had just like kind of a loose wire in it, and they kept turning on me. So I don't usually like to do this because I like to do my adjusting and fluffing, but once I got a grouping of calla lilies together, I tied it off with the wax floral tape just to hold it in place. I like to think of the calla lilies to make a focal point. I have them facing into each other so that your eyes go right to the center of the bouquet. If one of the calla lilies was to spin around and kind of go out of place, it just wouldn't look right, at least I think. So I'm trying to keep that design and keep it from constantly spinning around. So once I have that main focal, the three calla lilies kind of facing each other, I'm going to work some roses in around them, some of the lamb's ear, and some of the hydrangea. And then I had a total of 5 of the calla lilies, so I added a couple more to each side, and then I tied it off again, because again, I don't want it to spin and turn the wrong way. And then I just add the remainder of the flowers, tucking in the roses, trying to do like a nice even distribution throughout. One thing that's nice about artificial flowers, especially these calla lilies, I just love them. But a real calla lily is very difficult to work with, and they're very delicate. So it's even if you do go with a fresh bouquet, if you have the option of adding these very realistic calla lilies into it, I would say go for it. I don't think anybody would know. They're going to last way longer, and they're way easier to work with and less likely to get damaged as the day goes on. So, and I do have an article of the top 5 wedding flowers on Orlando.com if you want to check it out. Calla lilies did not make the list. But of course, well, you'll have to see if you check it out, OrlandoRose.com. And once I get this bouquet all prepped and ready, that will also be for sale on the website too. But at the end there, I'm just going to tuck some lamb's ear around it, cover up my mechanics. I'll go ahead and tie it off with another wire, wrap the stems in actually a white wax floral tape, and then I go back through and rewrap the stems in a double-faced satin to give a nice grip on the handle. So there you go. We made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Tune back in.